have taught for 10 years, and I've taught at 2 other schools. One was a traditional private Christian school. The other one was a private alternative school. What drew me initially to the Ambleside school was the fact that it functioned off of a philosophy of education, a stated philosophy of education. I hadn't seen that in other schools. I hadn't seen a school that started with very basic ideas of who people are and how they learn. The schools that I'd taught in previously had been sort of hodgepodge approaches to, whatever they thought worked most effectively at the time. And so I think that's what initially drew me. But also, I think the biggest thing that pulled me in was the idea of using a child's natural curiosity to learn. One thing that I had been thinking for years before I came across Ambleside was that children were naturally curious. They wanted to know until they went to school. And they spend a few years in school and all of a sudden they don't want to know anything anymore. It didn't strike me as making any sense that a child would become less curious the older they got, not instead of more curious. And so the whole idea of starting with the notion that learning is something that children want and it's a joy and it's satisfying to them, starting with that instead of the idea that school is a drag and learning is something to be avoided at all costs, I think that was probably the biggest thing that attracted me to Charlotte Mason's pedagogy and the Ambleside School in general.